Ryan Anderson here, the driver of Son of a Digger, and you're watching Rod Rod's Championship League.
What's going on, everybody? Project Rod here, and welcome to the midway point of Tour Violet. It's stop 3 now. Last week we had a break, so the week before we were at the midway point of Tour Blue, where Megalodon has been dominating and now has a 15-point lead over Black Pearl. Lucas in 3rd, Brutus in 4th, Gravedigger the Legend in 5th, so on and so forth. Last time at stop 2 of Tour Violet, Max D and Matt Johnson continued to dominate by taking qualifying, by taking racing, and taking skills back-to-back all 3 competitions. But then it was kind of fluffy, and Gravedigger, who took the freestyle win, which was an amazing run, by the way, had quite a few amazing runs, really, all throughout the competition. But Matt Johnson, again, was your back-to-back event champion and has a 14-point lead over Northern Nightmare at the moment, has 100 points now. Northern Nightmare in 2nd, Dragon in 3rd, Alien Invasion in 4th, so on and so forth, as we move on with the start of this competition, which is qualifying here in stop 3. So, unfortunate news, Jurassic Attack will not participate, neither will Zombie. Both trucks have been removed from the tour as they will no longer be able to continue. It's been kind of teased going on these past competitions, and unfortunately, it's the unfortunate truth going forward that they will be out of the competition. So, we're going from 12 to 10. Nothing else is changing. We're keeping the same lineup, or at least same racing bracket style and all that stuff. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and continue here with Ant99 and Velociraptor as he's about midway through his first qualifying attempt, and could use a few extra points here. Not gonna lie, he's had some great runs both in best trick and freestyle racing, though hasn't been the strongest. But hopefully some things can change here. Finishing his first attempt now, and a 28.853 is the current time to beat. Now, again, I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but we are in Death Valley for stop 3, as we're trying to, we're not mirroring, but I guess opposite of what Tour Blue is doing. So Tour Blue was in Alaska last time around, which is the regular spot for Tour Violet. So next stop will be in Colorado, but again, as I mentioned, we are in Death Valley. Velociraptor so far so good on his second attempt. Able to keep it within the smoke gates, which is a huge plus, but right here, may have spoke too soon, and he is out of bounds, and unfortunately will not continue. He'll stop there, so a DNF for the second attempt. So the first one will stand as we move on to the next competitor, who's going to be Flames Blaze in Pirate's Curse. Another driver hoping to heat things up a bit here pretty soon. Again, this is the midway point of the season, so this is the time to get hot. As you saw in Tour Blue, Megalodon started to get hot. And, not to take away from Black Pearl and Steel Titan, he's been doing phenomenal this season. But Megalodon has just been that little bit more. And finally broke that undefeated streak that Black Pearl had. So, again, midway point is usually the turning point for the season. And I'm interested to see what's going to happen. 29.415 for Pirate's Curse for their first attempt. So Flames Play is going to go for attempt number 2 now. But stop 3 was pretty interesting for Tour Blue. Wondering if we could have a pretty interesting competition here. Again, stop 2 for Tour Violet wasn't the best, at least back in Colorado. Judging was a little all over the place. A lot of drivers weren't too happy about that. And I wouldn't really say the judging was all over the place. It was just odd. So hopefully that can get corrected here in Death Valley and moving forward. But Pirate's Curse now finishing his second attempt. So is it going to be enough to knock out Velociraptor? No, it's not. A 29.657. We're going to go with his first time, and he's currently second in qualifying. Here comes kind of fluffy in Gravedigger. Again, your freestyle winner back in Colorado in stop 2, and again, a phenomenal run. Daniel Murray was right behind him, which he also put on an amazing run as well. So no, don't want to take away anything from Daniel. But honestly, we saw amazing runs through and through. Just again, the judging was a little off, but Gravedigger here now, hoping for better results in racing and maybe possibly going back-to-back in freestyle. Who knows? We're going to have to wait and see. But so far, so good. Nothing, no hiccups, no mistakes. And coming to the last turn here, coming to the finish. What is his time going to be? As we wait for the final time, and a 30.363, so not enough to take the lead, currently in 3rd. So let's see if the second go-around will be the one to put him on top. And kind of fluffy, man. Hopefully he has some good luck here and he starts getting hot and starts moving up that leaderboard. It's going to be tough to beat to that 100 points that Matt Johnson is currently at, as that's only going to increase with every competition, depending on his placement. But it's just a little bit at a time, slowly chipping away. I mean, between here and the last stop of the season, there's 12 total competitions left. But 29.228 for kind of fluffy, so good enough for second place now. Pirates Curse moves down to third. Here comes Nova Strider in Crush Station. But if you look at it this way, like, yeah, this is the midway point of the season. There's 2 more stops after this, but when you break it down, 4 competitions here, 4 competitions stop 4, 4 competitions stop 5. So that's 12 opportunities to gain as much points as possible. Now again, with Jurassic Attack and Zombie no longer in the competition, that does not mean the max amount of points goes down to 10. It'll still be 12. It just means the lowest amount of points you can earn now is 3 instead of 1. Possibly doesn't really make sense right now, but you'll see it as we look at the leaderboards going forward, or at the end of the competition today here in qualifying. 29.329 for Crush Station. So Nova Strider, one more opportunity here. But again, max amount of points you can get per competition is 12, and then if you're the event champion, then you get an extra 5 bonus points, which that has come in clutch for Matt Johnson. Because if you put it into this perspective as well, if that wasn't a thing, take 10 points away from his 100, and he only has 90. Northern Nightmare has 86. So, that overall event championship, but again, this was all voted on by the drivers, whether or not this is something that we would allow. And everybody, or let's say everybody, but the majority voted for 5 bonus points, so that's what we went with. Maybe we'll change it next season, I don't know. But it seems to be pretty beneficial for those who are gaining from it. 29.146 for Nova Strider. So, not enough to take the lead, but I believe good enough for second, possibly. At the moment, if I'm not mistaken, I'd have to look back. Here comes Riley Strider and Blue Thunder now. Husband to Nova Strider, again, husband and wife team here in the in Tour Violet for the Showdown Champions League. And again, I say team, they're still competing against each other, so let's not forget that aspect. At the end of the day, they're a team, but man, they're both fighting for that top spot. So, but Blue Thunder, as he's finishing his first attempt here, I want to say there may have been a penalty right here. You could see there are tire marks on the other side of that smoke gate, not over it, so he will receive a penalty. A 30.578 is his time. He would have had a 27.578 if it wasn't for that penalty. But again, one more opportunity. This is the time to correct any past mistakes and just capitalize on that and just learn from it. But again, look, both of these drivers, Riley and Nova, have had some great moments in this tour. Riley taking the first freestyle win of the season back in Alaska in Stop 1, and Nova, she's had some amazing skills and freestyle runs. Just, judges haven't been on her side, but that doesn't mean she hasn't been going out there and throwing it all out. So, kudos to her and Riley both having some great season so far. New leader now, 28.628 for Riley Strider and Blue Thunder. So not a 27-second time, but still good enough to take that first place spot. So he is currently your fastest qualifier. Here comes Two Camp Plays in Avenger now. And this guy, he's a silent killer, man. He's in that top 4 at the moment. Not too much craziness coming from him. No wins yet, but he's what's the word, Mr. Consistent so far here this season. I mean, he's been up there enough to get him in that top 4, top 5 position in the leaderboard. So again, midway point of the season, maybe it's a turning point for him as well, and he can heat up and come out with a competition win. Here we go, his time now, 29.100, not enough to take the lead, but again, one more chance to get that top spot. Looking forward, though, I mean, we haven't seen any paint schemes from Toucan this season so far. From my understanding, he will be rocking the green body the rest of the season, but if he does get an invitation to World Finals, keep an eye out, because he may come out with a special paint scheme for World Finals, and I'm sure everyone is going to be looking forward to that, as well as on these other drivers. So coming to the final turn on his second attempt, Let's see if it's going to be enough to knock out Riley Strider from that top spot. Times are coming in, and a 28.662. So not enough as Riley Strider hangs on. Here comes MMJ Producer now in Alien Invasion. 4 trucks left. And if I'm not mistaken, the 4 trucks left were the 4 fastest qualifiers last time around. So these guys are crazy fast, and they know they wear around the track. So they're using that to their advantage. Alien Invasion going a bit too wide. Not hearing anything from the officials, though. Nothing stating that he was out. So they may check it out here before his final run, but it's going to come down to his final time. Coming to the finish, and I'm waiting to hear news. No, he will not be receiving a penalty. 28.228, so he is your new leader. Just being over Riley Strider and Blue Thunder, so he will move down to that second spot. And Alien Invasion has one more opportunity to get an even faster time and hopefully cement him in a better position for the top 4. Again, the next 3 drivers that are left have been pretty fast this season. Dragon, Northern Nightmare, and of course, Max D, Maximum Destruction, the guy who's been fastest qualifier both times this season. And I'm sure he'd love to go 3 for 3. Alien Invasion, though, MMJ Producer, another truck, he's been pretty fast. Let's see if this time will be faster. Waiting for the final call, and a 28.196, so a faster time. And it gives him a better shot at being the fastest qualifier. Here comes Arcanine 59, though. And Dragon, again, another truck who's been pretty fast this season. And I'm sure he'd love to come out on top with a fastest qualifier win. Speaking of trucks with paint schemes, we've seen this fire body all season long. So maybe we'll see something next time around for the 4th and 5th stop of Tour Violet. And hopefully, if he makes it to World Finals, maybe we'll see something different there. I don't know. I'm really excited to see what everybody has in store for these paint schemes. But coming to the end of his first attempt, is it going to be enough to knock out Alien Invasion and MMJ Producer? No, a 28.429 for Arcanine 59 and Dragon. So here we go. One more opportunity. He's got one in the books already. Usually getting that second one helps you, as you've done it once, so the second time is a lot easier. Again, Arcanine 59, he's been pretty good so far this season. I believe he's currently rocking that 3rd place spot just behind Northern Nightmare. Still a pretty decent lead between them, or a gap between them. But he's been hanging on, man. He's been trying to get some of these wins. Has just come short, unfortunately, a few times. But, you know, again, midway point of the season, turning point. I'm telling you, I keep repeating myself, but this is the turning point of the season. Usually at 28.127, so just enough to surpass Alien Invasion. So we have a new fastest qualifier with 2 more trucks to go. Northern Nightmare, though, Daniel the Fireball Murray, I'm sure he'll have something to say about this. He wants that top spot as well. He's had a pretty great season. Again, he's chasing the tails of Matt Johnson. He's just shy of taking that lead away from him. I say just shy. It's a 14-point difference, but still, that gap isn't that big when you can get up to 12 points. And look at this, a new leader, 27.811. So we've broken into the 27-second area. So that means Matt Johnson has some ground to cover here. Thing is, if anybody's capable, it's him. Dude has been on fire. And Black Pearl, again, Black Pearl has been dominant in qualifying and racing so far in Toro Blue, but unfortunately, last stop at the midway point in Alaska, he lost his undefeated streak to Megalodon in the final round. So, is that maybe a mirror of what's going to happen here, or will he continue that undefeated streak and just continue to be undefeated, see how far he can take it? I don't know, but enough of him for now. Northern Nightmare, 28.245, so we will keep the first time and move on to Matt Johnson and Max D. All he needs is one pass faster than that 27.811, I believe, or 27.911, I forget. But if he can get that one pass faster than that, he's golden, in a sharp turn right there. Looks like he hit the smoke. I don't know if they're going to call that or not, but we will have to see. And this guy is good at getting crazy close turns right there too. And another close one, so there's going to be quite a bit to review here, I'm assuming, before they make the final call. Here we go. Here's this one. This one's been questioned right now. And to me, it looks like he went over. You can see tire marks over the smoke gate, so I don't think there will be a penalty. I mean, yeah, there's two different... you can tell that the one on the left is the rear tire, the one on the right is the front tire, so definitely not a penalty there. And right here, another close call, but no, he's right there. He's right on it, if not just a little bit inside of it. So, what is it gonna be? And we do have a new leader, a 26-second time, 26.726 for Matt Johnson and Max D. So back to back to back. Fastest qualifier here in Tour Violet. This dude is unstoppable on the racetrack, and now I'm very excited to see what racing is going to bring. This is the leaderboards for qualifying. Again, Matt Johnson just being absolutely dominant, and you can see here the bottom two in the 11th and 12th place are the trucks that are no longer in the season. This is the W Racing bracket for the next competition. Max, the Alien Invasion, Dragon, and Northern Nightmare, your top four, getting those 4 buy runs into round 2, but Blue Thunder and Avenger will also get buy runs since both of those trucks have been disqualified from the season. This is the new leaderboards, and Max D still on top. Really no changes. Nova Strider moving up to 10th, so slowly on the up and up. And this is the overall event championship leaderboards. Again, this is just going to mimic qualifying, but as we progress, we will hopefully see some changes. So, very exciting qualifying competition here in Death Valley, and the next competition is going to be racing, which is going to be a great one to watch. So, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more Monster Jam content. Hit that like button, and we'll see you in racing.